Hey guys, it's Emma. So this is my video on how I songwrite or write songs or whatever that is. First and foremost, I'd just like to say for anyone who watched my thrift shop video, it has, as of now, I uploaded it literally a week ago. It has over 1,000 views. That's like the fastest I've gotten that many views. And I think it's the most viewed video on my channel, so I would just like to say thank you so much for watching it. And if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, I will post the link in the down bar, as well as my original song which pertains to this video. Okay, so let's get started. How I got into songwriting. I am a big fan of Taylor Swift, as many of you know, and I wanted to find a way to express myself other than songs that other people have written, and I've tried writing my own songs in the past. They haven't turned out very well. I'll get into that later though. And Taylor Swift is a huge inspiration, and she's like a wizard with words. She's just so good, and I wanted to find a way to do that myself. So basically I've looked up methods on how to songwrite, and I hadn't really found a method that worked for me. But Taylor Swift was the biggest inspiration to me for starting to songwrite, and I think that's what jump-started me just in general. This is the list of songs that I've written that I like, that are good. Yeah, it's a pretty long list. Most of them I probably won't even release out to YouTube or anything, just because I don't know, I constantly write new ones that I feel are better than the older ones and whatever. So just stuff like that. And yeah, so the younger version of me who thought she could write songs. Okay, let's see. When I was younger, my friend Nicole got this for me when I was like 7. She got it for me for my birthday. And I don't even remember why. From Limited 2, when Limited 2 was not Justice. Now it's Limited 2. And it became my songwriting folder. And the very first song I wrote, because it was summer and my birthday is August, so the very first song I wrote was called Jump In. And I need to find it. But it's in here somewhere. Alright, here we go. I'll just take them all out. They're all on these really wrinkled pieces of paper, and I drew all over them. Okay, it's called Jump In. This is it. All in pencil, and my handwriting actually wasn't that bad back then. But it says, I actually remember how it goes. So the chorus is, jump in, jump in, jump into the pool, 'cause you know it'll be real cool, whoa. And that was my first song. And I've had so many other songs. Actually in 4th grade, I had written what I called was an album of songs, and I brought in a CD of them all recorded, and I wanted to play them on the last day of school. Yeah. And the first one was A Girl's World, which says, boys are nasty, I just hate them, what do you think about that? I was a little theatrical back then. But the one that stuck out to me the most actually was No Rush to Drive, which is about driving. Because when I was like 8, my dad, and when he was younger, his dad and grandfather used to take him driving, and he used to sit on their laps, and I never wanted to do that. I was this goody two-shoes little kid. I'm like, that's against the law. That's illegal. That's not okay. And I had one experience in the car that I just didn't really like that much. So I wrote a song about that, and I shared it with him, and he thought it was like the best thing in the world. So it starts, and there's not even like chords in the beginning. It's like, my dad said, sit on the lap, take the wheel, come on, let's make these tires squeal, get on the road, hit the gas, let's get off this massive grass. And then it goes into the chorus. It's like, I'm in no rush to drive, in no rush to steer that wheel, I'm in no rush to drive, in no rush to pick up lunch. And then it goes, and it's really slow, fast, so it's only like a minute long, but that's the song. And this song is like, it really stuck out to me, I guess. And then there's a few other songs in here. Like there's one that I wrote about my friends after like 5th grade, where we all had to like go to different parts of the school because it was middle school. It turned into like a middle school, so that was one thing. And then I wrote one about Halloween, and I wrote one about my best friend. Oh, okay. This is the second song I wrote. It's called Stay Away, and it was about a boy on the bus who always made fun of my drawings. I used to draw SpongeBob as a ghost. No idea why, but one day I was just kind of drawing and doodling and stuff, so I drew SpongeBob as a ghost, and he was round. And then this kid sits behind me. He's like, "That's not SpongeBob." And I'm like, "Yes, it is." And he's like, "No, it's not. SpongeBob is square. That's a really bad drawing." And he just kept, from that day on, he always made fun of my drawing. So I'm like, "You know what? I'm going to write a song about you." So I did, and it's called Stay Away. You're mean to me, you're gonna pay. You're mean to me, just go away. And that's just how the whole song is. It's like, it's quite hostile for a little girl. But yeah, I wrote one about my cousins who I never see ever. Right here. It's called See You Soon. And then there's this one song that I wrote called The True Me, which is based off of the camp rock song that Demi Lovato sings. And because there was a girl in camp who I always used to follow around because I thought she was the coolest thing in the world, and she always wanted me to follow her around. And she's like, "Oh, well, I'm popular, so if you're friends with me, then you're gonna be popular too." I don't even know why I remember this. I think her name was Alexandra. But I wrote a song saying that this summer would be different, and I would not follow her around, and I wouldn't be mean, and I wouldn't do all these things just to be popular. And she really wasn't that popular, now that I look back on it. But turns out that was the summer that she didn't go back to camp. So I kind of wrote the song for nothing, but I have it. And it says, can't read this. My handwriting was really bad. This is not the true me. Why didn't I see? Who will I be? That's the chorus, and that's like 5 times in a row. And yeah, so those are the initial songs that I've written. And they're not the best, but I mean, they were pretty good for a 7-year-old. Okay, so now I'm going to get into how I write my songs. So what I start with, either I write in my diary, which is this. This was my diary in like 7th grade. I think from 7th grade on, like this summer. Yeah. So it's 7th grade on. This was my diary. And I've written everything in here. I have little like quotes or drawings or stuff like that. Like these are 2 songs that I love that I just like wrote the lyrics to instead of like an actual entry. And then later on I started actually writing entries and even like songwriting bits and stuff that sometimes didn't work out, and like dreams that I've had. And there's actually one boy who I liked for such a long time that's like based around this whole diary. Like the first half of it, he's the guy. But like I wrote the stupidest things. It's like I was really mad because one of my friends was acting all upset. So I wrote, "I'm gonna start spending time with other friends. I'm done. Ick. Lol. Ick is such a funny word." So I took up a lot of space in this diary, but I still have some space in it. I still write in it, which I'm actually really proud of. Now, like I have like this, and I'm not gonna show very slowly because then you could probably read it. But yeah, so I even drew a diagram of this love quadrangle I was stuck in. I was very analytical. This was actually last year. Yeah, so yeah, that is my diary. And what I do now is basically I write what I feel about a certain subject, and that's where I take out all of my songwriting phrases and ideas from, because I very often, literally what I do is I take exactly what I write down on the page or whatever. I mean, sometimes I just record myself using this, and then I write down like the different phrases in this book. It's a little book. and it has like a bunch of little things. Like there's a song I wrote about middle school, so I highlight the things that I think would be good in a song, and then stuff like that. So the song called Ghost, that literally so many of these little phrases ended up in that song, and I think that's really cool that I can just like literally make the words jump off the page. So yeah, that's my whole diary thing. And then what I do is I have a method to this. It's kind of long. Then I write it in here. I thought that this was going to be my, like, a version of my diary, but it'd be like a newspaper. The first few pages is like newspaper, and I don't even know why I wanted to do that. This was like a few years ago. I don't even know why I wanted to do that. And then I tried writing songs, and it didn't work out so well. But then one day in the middle of November last year, 2012, I don't even know how it did, why it did, how on earth it did, but it just clicked. Something just clicked in my brain. And I wrote the song called Anymore, which is just like a general statement about love. I don't know why. See, it's number 1 on my list of songs right there. I don't know why or how or what happened, but something just clicked in my brain, and I could finally write songs, like good ones, not like the No Rush to Drive and Jump In and stuff like that. No, they were like real legitimate songs, like Taylor Swift legitimate songs, and I was so happy. And like I made a Facebook status about it, and then one of my friends, Amanda, she actually has a really good channel, so if you want to go check it out, I will link it in the down bar. She makes like inspirational videos and stuff, and like they're like really good. Yeah, so you should check that out. But anyway, she's like, I feel a YouTube video coming on, and I hadn't even thought of putting it on YouTube. But I mean, as you see, I have. It's mine. Is the song, has about 300 views right now, and I'm like really happy because I've had so much good feedback on it, and it's just awesome. So yeah, literally what I do when I write songs is I actually have a format like on the page. It's very messy, a lot of crossouts. But what I do is I write the title on the top with the chords right here, and the capo and whatever, and then the first verse here, the chorus is in the middle of the page, second verse is at the bottom, and then on this page, I usually write the bridge up here, and then whatever transition stuff in the middle here, and then this is the ending down here. So yeah, that's how I read it. It's kind of goes out of order a little bit, but that's how I write it. I mean, this one too. It's called On Our Way. So many crossouts and stuff. But yeah. And actually, right now I'm writing a song for my friend. I actually started writing it yesterday in school during Spanish, because we had a sub and we were watching this video that I'd already seen, and I had finished all the work for it and stuff. So this idea just kind of popped in my head. I'm writing it for my friend, Amanda, and she's having boy issues. But I wanted to write it for her just because my other friend Amanda, not the same Amanda. So this is how I started. So like this is the first verse, chorus, second verse, and then I think I'm gonna put the bridge and then outro, whatever there. But that has nothing to do with it. I just kind of piece things together, and what I did, and I was with her, and I asked her, I'm like, okay, what do you feel? This is my assignment planner for school, and literally, this is a page from September, so I'm not going to use it. And I had her write, and I asked her about things that she felt about it, and that's how I pieced things together to put in the song, and literally like. And I told her, your words will jump off of the page. So I've used so many things in this song that I was in here. And I was actually writing this when I got the idea to make a video like this. Yeah. So that's basically how I write my songs. And what I used to do is I used to put them in this little book. And I have a few songs in here. She says, my songs. And I don't even... I actually got this when I was on a cruise, so it's my songs. And then I have Summer Memories, Under the Moon. These actually aren't that bad. These are like in the middle. Just Can't Choose. Okay. That Butterfly Feeling, that's actually like one of the best songs that I've written before the good ones. He's Not You, which is basically a different version of The Way I Loved You by Taylor Swift. And then All True, and then I had actually written Any More, and the second one I wrote Breathe In. But after that, there were just so many songs that I wrote so quickly that I couldn't fit them all in here without, like, I would be bored to death by the time I finished writing them all in here, and this would actually probably be overflowing with songs. So instead, I just kept a list above my bed of the songs that I've written, so I wouldn't lose track of them. Some of them are on my computer, some of them are in this book, and then this one's on this. So yeah, that is how I write my songs. So I hope that you guys liked this video. Are not already subscribed, you can subscribe. This is my vlog channel. I will put my actual channel in the down bar, along with the thrift shop cover and my friend Amanda's channel and my music channel and all those links and stuff that you don't really need to know, but you can use anyway if you want. Yeah, so that is it. And I guess that's it. Bye.